Good morning. It's a happy Saturday. We are sitting with Essa, founder director of Diva Belly Dance Academy Private Limited. She is a performer, she is a choreographer, she is a dancer herself, and she is a proprietor of Diva Belly Dance Academy Pune. Welcome to Dance Q Season 1.
Thank
Happy
you
to
for
see you
having
here.
me.
See, this is a channel, Dance Q, where we want to cover the journey of people like you, those who have really given their life, their time, their dedication, and made a great mark in the industry of belly dancing and especially in the field of dance. So, first question I ask everybody, and I want to ask Visa, why do you choose belly dance as a career, and why dance as a career? That in Hindi I want to ask you. Dance Q. This is your first question.
Okay. Well, I started formal dance training. I was 5. I started with ballet.
Oh.
For a very short period because I didn't like it at all. I found it too strict and too rigid and too, it was
more discipline.
More
strict.
Yes.
Okay.
So then I shifted into gymnastics, swimming, back to dancing, into ballet jazz.
Okay.
So that was giving more freedom and all. So I was in that for quite some time, and I started competing and performing in ballet jazz with the dance company I was with back then at the age of 8.
Okay. Which country you belong to, and I mean, how you got this choice of dancing from childhood, or it was like forcefully, or it was by your own, it was interest developed by you?
So I'm Canadian. I'm from Quebec City, the French capital of Canada.
Okay.
And no, dance has never been enforced on me, actually. Okay. Nothing.
Okay, so it was like by interest.
Yes, by interest, but a few years ago, my mom told me that, she said, no wonder why you became a dancer, because when I was pregnant of you, I was going to the club dancing all the way until my delivery.
Okay.
So I always love dancing. I always love, entertaining and being, in the attention and all that kind of thing.
Okay.
So I've always loved performing. I choreographed my first piece. I was 8, for which I trained my fellow dancers to dance it with me and all of that. So I think it's always been in me.
Okay.
I started dancing at 5, but it was not enforced. It was not. I always chose if I liked it or not, which style I wanted to do.
Okay. So when you started as a dance choreographer, as a dance choreographer, as a dancer, but how you decided to become a teacher, because you're a very strict teacher and you're a very disciplined teacher and you have so many students you have trained. So how you gone into teaching profession, because you need lots of patience, you need lots of dedication, and we can see that in you, and you're very punctual and particular about your things.
I'll take that as a compliment. Well, basically, I did a lot of style. Last I did in Quebec was a very new style at the time. It was funk.
Okay.
So it involved breakdancing, different style. It was very unique. And then I moved to the west coast of Canada for teaching French and higher studies.
Okay.
I couldn't find that style there, so I didn't dance for about a year. I tried hip-hop, salsa, different things, but then I fell into belly dance there.
So you fall in love with one side, like, so you get married to one person, that way how you felt in belly dancing, and you want to, dedicate your life to belly dancing. That's what.
Yeah, actually I moved to Victoria, so that is in British Columbia, and there belly dance was very big.
Oh.
And very popular. So I thought, okay, I'm not finding my style, so let me try something different. So I tried it, and in the very first class that I did, while doing the class, I said to myself, if I ever teach dance, it's going to be this style.
So you're born for belly dancing. Why people should go to dance academy? Why people should go and get trained under people like you? Because nowadays everybody wants to learn everything fast.
Yes.
Watching on YouTube,
crash course,
channel, they don't have patience. You have so much patience in you, and you're teaching from so long. So what do you suggest through the dance cue to the dancers to the choreographers in future, those who want to take it as a profession. Why training is important, why you need to have guru in your life, why you need to have right people, those who are going
To mentor you.
yeah. Why is it important?
So see, basically we live in a very fast evolving technology,
Right.
Very fast evolving world, and now everything is coming to a step where everything is about virtuality,
Right.
online and all that kind of stuff. However, for someone to learn, like as a fresher, as a beginner, I feel it's very, very, very important to find the right teacher and train under a teacher. Not through tutorials online, not try to self-taught yourself or whatever, because you need to get corrected. You need to learn the foundations, you need to learn the proper postures, the proper alignments, and that cannot be learned really fully and properly if no one is correcting you. Then how do you, then how can you really grow to the best that you can grow? Because the thing is, we have muscle memory. And if you learn the wrong thing, you do the thing the wrong way for an expanded period of time, your muscle builds doing it, and your memory also, like in the mind. So it's very hard to actually de-learn that and relearn it the right way afterwards. It's happened to me. Even when I learned my shimmies.
In short, she wants to tell, from the beginning, you need to have a right angle, right positions, and right posture, and right teacher, right?
And and use the right muscles.
Yeah, because if you try to get into wrong things, then you carry forward that, right?
Yes, and it's very long to take that away from your muscle memory and relearn it the right way.
What is your advice to the people, those who say, I mean, we are self-made, we don't have guru, we don't have teacher, we have not learned from anybody. What kind of advice you want to give, sir?
See, for me, a lot of people will promote themselves as, I'm self-taught, I've learned everything on my own, I'm so great, and this and that. But actually, if you're a teacher, first you should be a student.
Agree. That's the point.
That's the gem of it.
That is the point.
The more teachers you've trained under, the more quality you are, because then you can become your own.
Agree.
If you've had one teacher, then you will become kind of the copy of that teacher.
Agree.
And true teacher will encourage their students to learn with as many teachers as they can.
So teacher has to take everything in a positive way. She should be happy with the success of students, right?
Yes.
You understand that. Okay.
Yes.
How many students do you take in one batch?
So personally, for group classes, we would take 15 to 20 students maximum.
Okay.
Because I really believe in quality education and correcting and giving personal attention to every single student, for every single technique, for every single class, and everything.
So you teach yourself, or do you have your assistants, or you teach, you give attention to yourself, to the environment?
So I teach, of course, and I certified dancers to teach as well.
Good.
So people who are into belly dancing around the world, they can get a Diva Belly Dance Academy Private Limited certification.
Great.
Teacher training certification, which is a 50-hour course strictly to teach.
Oh, that's nice.
And that is not to learn the art. Okay. You must already know the art to at least an intermediate plus level. Because if you're not that, how do you teach a beginner?
I agree.
Right?
So how many shows overall you have done in belly dancing all over the world you have traveled, right?
Yes.
So you can tell us the figure, I mean, I think more than 1,000.
No idea.
More than 1,000.
I don't count them.
And how many branches do you have? Which all places you operate from?
So basically, I've been in India, coming to India for 10 years now. I started from December 2007 as a performer, right? And I quickly realized that India was not yet ready for belly dance performances and belly dance programs. So I shifted my missions into education. I was already a teacher in Canada, but I had come here as a performer. But it was not fulfilling me. I was not feeling good about doing it. I was not feeling happy, uplifted. So
because response was not that much good.
But because people didn't know how to respond, actually.
Okay.
So they didn't know if they should clap, yell, scream, congratulate you, the women's or the men's. Everybody was like, oh my not. So
Like
then,
an alien came in humans and that way.
yeah, well, because the costume is very different,
Different,
right?
right.
And even though I had altered all my costumes to be a little bit more, more covering and more acceptable and all that, but just the knowledge about the art was not there.
Okay.
You go and you go see a Katak performance, you understand it. I go and see it, I don't really understand it. I don't know the gesture, and I don't understand the meaning of the dance and everything. So same way. So I started Diva Bellydance Academy Private Limited in 2009.
Okay.
March 2009.
It's been almost 18 years now?
8 years.
8 years.
8 plus, yeah, something. So first, as there was absolutely no belly dance classes running in the city, I was the very first one to not conduct a workshop or not conduct a class, but to have ongoing group classes in the city with levels and structured and standardized curriculums and all of that. Because people would come and go, like foreigners, and they would teach while they're here, but they would go back, right? So I had a proper structure to it and a whole concept, to make people from beginners to professional dancers in the city.
Understanding your talks, it's like, you're a serious teacher and you like to give your 1001% to your students, right?
Yes, of course.
Now next question, like we were talking about the costume. Any favorite dance costume which you don't want to share with anybody? You like, okay, this is my favorite costume which I can't share. I just want to wear it and I don't want to give it to anybody.
Well, it's really funny. All my professional costumes, I've allowed my students to wear them.
Oh, that's a
not materialistic.
Sign, that's a sign of a good teacher.
I'm not materialistic. If I want others to shine also and wear beautiful costumes as well and open up their own brands if they have the strength.
So you see your success and your happiness when your students are growing, right?
Yeah. Actually, I've told my students before, I've never myself been interested to compete in belly dance competitions, but I've always encouraged them to do it because, of course, it's an experience and you learn a lot and grow a lot through it. But for me, I find it even more rewarding that to see them win.
Essa has trained so many dance students and she made so many dance teachers, and I've seen her students performing in reality shows. There are so many. So do you have any favorite student of yours? You say she is giving her 100%, like whatever you have given to her, and she delivered that, or she is like a copy of you?
I don't believe in copies, and I would never want anyone to become my copy.
Okay, you want original.
No, I want them to be original.
Yeah.
Yes, I have, of course, but in my teaching, I've never taught in a way of favoritism or whatever.
So everybody is equal to you?
Yeah, everybody's equal to me, but obviously at the end of the day, those who have had the skills, but not only the skills, but the ethic, and really a pure heart for the art and respect it and do good for the art as well as for themselves, those obviously have my hats off.
What is your frank opinion and frank advice to the dancers and the choreographers or to the dance community? Those who really don't want to work like a team, or they don't appreciate their teachers, or they don't appreciate their students, or they bring politics into it. What kind of suggestion you want to give them, or what do you suggest them? See, art, what I feel, art is very pure. There should not be a politics into art.
Yeah.
When you're a teacher, you should be a giver, right? So what do you suggest them? Because seeing this Dance Q channel, they'll get inspired, and maybe, people, those who have a different mindset, they try to be very kind, very soft and honest like you.
So, see, basically, a lot of people now want to become teachers, own dance studios or gyms or whatever, because now it's in trend.
Without training.
Without training, with training, it's in trend now, right? And belly dance is also fashionable in the last few years. And trendy, so everybody wants to learn it, so the demand has risen, right? So there is demand for the teachers as well. The thing is, a lot of people say they love an art, but they don't first respect the art.
They have to respect. That's very important.
It's like having a husband. If you say to everybody you love him and you tell him you love him but you don't respect him, then you don't deserve him.
Agree.
And it's like art. It's like anything in life. First you should respect the art, learn it in depth, learn the roots, learn the music, learn the rhythms. Like any Indian classical styles here takes years and years and years to learn. Belly dance is the same thing. You cannot learning from a tutorial online. You cannot just take a belly dance course and start teaching. Actually, you can, but you shouldn't. Because you should respect the art you're learning and then fuse it if you feel. Do whatever with it if you feel. And I think if you're a true teacher, you will obviously try to deliver the best that you can. But you will also give the space to the students to shine as well and encourage them to learn from as many teachers as they can, as many styles as they can, because different styles give you different foundations, different strengths, right? Different aptitudes. And you should support them then to start up their own brand, to start performing, to have a dance troupe of their own and all that kind of thing.
You should support them like a backbone. You should be always supporting them. You should always guide them.
Yeah, I mean, and I really believe in community. So first I came to India as a performer, changed my mission into education. I've been Diva Belly Dances over 8 years now. We've had up to 8 centers in the city. Up to 5 teachers teaching at the same time in 8 centers running at the same time, teaching almost 200 students all at the same time, which we're talking only girls and only ladies. Because Diva Belly Dance Academy Private Limited at the origin was a woman-only school. So I now want to uplift my mission and purpose even more, as now there's belly dance classes almost everywhere in the city, by any kind of teachers of any levels as well. I think there's a need now to focus more on community and give a platform to all the people who are trying to learn or dance or grow, to showcase themselves, to perform, to share, to connect, to contact, to grow, right? Through collaborations, rather than like many people focusing only on their own thing that they're doing, so much focused on competitions. I think there is a time now, because a lot of schools are there, a lot of teachers are there across India, across the world. So I've initiated my new initiative, which is called Belly Dance Marathon Initiative and Events, which has that purpose actually, to bring in the belly dance community, but also the entire dance community. Because I feel that every style should support each other.
Same thing we are doing through Dance Q channel. We want to exchange the art, we want to exchange the business, we want to create a platform through Dance Q channel. So I agree with your point, what you're saying. We should make our community strong. That is what we are doing through Dance Q. We want to exchange the business, we want to exchange the art, and we want to create a platform through Dance Q channel. And we want lots of youngsters, lots of people, those who are watching this channel, understanding your interview, they should get inspired and they should become successful dancer, choreographer, director, and successful teacher, and they should learn to give. Okay, now this is a very important question. Your first professional performance, experience and pay. How much you got?
Paid one?
Paid one.
Is it important? Okay.
Yeah, everybody, first life ka aisa lagta hai ki this is the first time I got payment and I got a good performance.
I wouldn't be able to tell you the first one. Because I'm not a person so much into monetary gains. But my first performance, belly dance performance, not at this time because I started very young in ballet jazz. But in belly dancing was in Victoria, where I was first learning. It was in a home for elderlies. So we were going to perform to entertain them, make their life happier, enjoy, and everything. And actually, this is where I actually fell in love with belly dance for real, because my dance partner didn't show up, so I had no makeup. So I had to ask many other dancers, if someone would spare me their makeup. And one girl there, Egyptian girl I had never seen, never met, was there. She lent me her makeup.
Okay.
I saw her perform. My jaw went down. And after the event, she asked me if I would want to dance with her.
Okay.
And literally, it took me 3 months to pick up the phone and actually call her, because I couldn't believe that such an amazing dancer would ask me when I was just a beginner. And I finally did, and thank God I did, because then I would go to her house and she would tell me about the culture and the words and the expressions, and we danced together, then we performed together. So I really fell in love with the art because I got the chance.
So you mean to say money is not
have-
important for you, you want to keep the memories when you performed, but you don't want to keep the calculation of the money. That is...
I'm not such a great businesswoman. I would say that.
Okay, we go for the next question. What do you consider as your top dance achievement? This is the moment.
Top dance achievement.
Achievement you want to achieve, or you have already achieved, or you think, you still have to go for it?
Okay, I think I'm still achieving,
Okay.
and I hope I will still be achieving
You
and pushing
will.
my limits forever. Well, one of my greatest accomplishments, not mine personally, but as I said, for me, I feel even more rewarded when I see my students
Okay.
doing really, really well somewhere.
Okay.
So, you know, just being a part of the experience of India's Got Talent was a crazy experience.
Okay.
To choreograph for it and train my dancer in it with all the drama and all the great things and whatever. So that was definitely like an experience to cherish. But I mean, I don't know, there's so many nice, good ones, and even the ones which are not so great, there's always something you take out of it.
Seeing Essa, she's so positive, she's so smiling, and she is giving the interview with so happiness. And what do you suggest about, see, it's a big issue nowadays, about the cross-cutting things and all. I mean,
Undercutting.
And see, people work on a different rates, and people talk big and they deliver less, and everybody wants to learn dance in 2 to 3 months, and they call themselves a professional. So how do you consider a dedication of 15 to 20 years and a person who is just learning for 2-3 months? And lots of people try to give the opportunity also. So what is your advice, and what do you have plans for such kind of people?
Okay, this is a topic which could be a whole hour.
So we can make it short.
There are people undercutting, that is in every industry.
Right.
I think the art industry is the one that is the hardest to put a price on, because we're artists and it's hard to put a price on your worth. You know, like what are you worth? Because you invest so much hours in trainings, so much money in quality trainings. How much do you charge people to learn from you? How much do you charge people to see you live? And all these kind of things, or to choreograph for them, or to take a private workshop. But the thing is, there is people always who are undercutting and who will continue to undercut. The thing is, for me, someone who charged something worth about 200 rupees a class or 500 rupees for a specialty workshop, where you're supposed to gain really, really important specific skills in a specialty workshop, for that kind of money, to me, tells me about the worth of the teacher. If I was a student, I would ask myself, then is she worth me learning from her? If she charges so little, maybe she's not worth that much. You can buy a TV for pennies, you can buy a TV for lakhs.
Agree.
I think the thing is, people will keep undercutting. But now what needs to be done is the students need to ask credentials of the teachers. Where did you learn? For how long?
Okay.
By who? How long have you been teaching for?
That is the point.
Real teachers have spent thousands and thousands of US dollars,
Most
lakhs and
importantly,
lakhs of
they
rupees,
gave their life to learn.
and years
Right.
to learn. And they are still learning. And it's an art. You can learn it for life and you will still not be a master.
Right.
And people call anyone a master. They call themselves a master. Really, I think in the belly dance field, in any field, there is probably just few hands full of masters.
Agree.
Really. But it's a fashionable world, And it sounds good and it sounds high-end to say the best, the first, the master, the this, the that. It's a marketing tool. And the thing is, at the end of the day, because we live in a virtual world now and very much about social media and technology and all, it's not the best dancer or the best teacher who will make the most money or be the most famous. It's the one who will have the best marketing. That's it.
Agree.
But now we have the luck to have access to virtuality, so people can find on YouTube real live belly dance performances and be like, this is belly dance, then what is that they're teaching me, right? So I think it lies in the hands of people like us who support true artists and people who really put a lot of time, money, years and effort into the art that they really love and respect, first thing.
That's good.
Then it's in the hands of us to keep the word out that we should unite and we should support people who do give their full self, and students to search and research who are the ones who are really trained and really involved in their art and really worth learning from, because at the end of the day you can enjoy yourself.
In short,
also.
you mean to say the people those who are watching this episode, they should understand you can't compare 3 months course and 30 years dedication and hard work. You can't compare this kind of people. So whenever you're going for any dance academy, you should understand what they have learned, where they have learned, and what they have achieved in their life, and who's their guru. So it has to
research, and everything is on the net. You can research.
And you are very much keen to unite all the dancers and choreographers. It should work like a family, like a community, and we should support each other. That's really nice.
Yeah, schools, professionals, beginners, whoever has a good heart.
One message you want to give your fans and your audience watching this Dance Q interview of yours.
A message?
Yeah.
Follow your true passion and be true to your art. Respect first your art, whatever it is that you do, and the people around you who have given so much love and support, time and energy to train you, because really if they care for you, they will support you to open up your own studio later, to become a teacher of their academy, to start your own dance troupe, whatever it is. Because at the end of the day, if we really love what we do, we want people to keep going with it when we're not going to be there.
Very true.
Right?
Yes. One last question you would like to ask your host.
You?
Yeah.
Okay, why you wanted me on the show?
Frankly speaking, when I spoke to her first time, I got a positive vibrations. She is very honest, hardworking, dedicated, and most important, what I like about her is she is upfront. I mean, she talks what is truth. You know, बहुत बार हम लोगों को ऐसा लगता है कि जो सच बोलता है वो इंसान कड़वाहट लाता है, लेकिन whatever she she is talking fact and truth, and I really respect true people, honest people, dedicated people. I started my career as a dancer, but unfortunately I was not having the guru like you. If I had a guru like you, or I really had a teacher like you, so maybe I would have been somewhere else. So through the channel of Dance Q, we want to inspire people, and we really had a great time. Today, Saturday, we're sitting in Pune at Fly Dine Cafe in Korega Park. You removed your precious time and you're on a Dance Q channel. Now, one more message, last message we would like to give the society. We want to keep our environment very clean, and we want to keep our environment green, because it's pollution everywhere. So we want, dancing is important, dance is going to keep us fit and fine, but clean environment and green environment is going to keep us evergreen. So we wish you all the luck, and we give you this plant from the team of Dance Q. Thanks for coming.
I love
and and seeing this, your students will get inspired, and they will put plans and make our India, our planet clean and green. It was lovely talking to you.
And supportive.
Yeah, and supportive. It was lovely talking to you, and we really had a great fun and great time, and inspirational talk with Essa Bellydance Academy. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.